Grand Rising, everybody, and welcome to our Health and Wellness Tuesday show, where me, myself, Stacy Scott, registered nurse, and Sister Deitra are the host of the show. And today we are going to be discussing intermittent fasting. So I'm going to turn it over to Deitra right now to get the show started, and then we'll get into our topic.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Stacy. Greetings, everyone. Grand Rising. I am not at home at this moment. I am actually on my family reunion, which goes for a week, which is new to me because we only do a weekend, but this family does a week-long family reunion, which is wonderful.
Deitra,
yes.
Can you move your hand out the way?
Oh.
Or there you go.
Okay.
Great. Because I tried to get it on my computer, but for some reason it's not working. So, but I need to set this down. How about I do that?
That's
good.
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Stacy.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're going to actually do our oracle reading right now. And I do have my cards. So I brought them. But I'm going to pick now. Let's see what we get. Ooh, you know what? We got Aunt Nancy, and she is the goddess of betrayal.
Ew.
I know, right? But, it always has a positive something to it. So we'll see what she says. Okay. She is the shadow of betrayal. She is of the air element, which I'm an air element too. So we're going to find out what's going on here. Let's see. Anansi or Kwaku Anansi, the Akan trickster, god, and sacred clown, snuck into our global folktales, while Gullah Geechee children heard tales of Aunt Nancy. And you might be familiar with that. If South Carolina, that's where the Gullah Geechees are in America. But anyway, the tricky spider woman, my Guyanese parents entertained us with Nancy's stories about a witty teen spider. Her guidance is, who really betrayed you? Betrayals from others mirrors you betraying yourself. That's pretty heavy. I'm going to read that again. Who really betrayed you? Betrayals from others mirrors you betraying yourself. The embodiment is, betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Use discernment in your relationships. Betrayal makes it difficult to trust, but without trust, your relationships are a lie. Trust that no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes, you will survive and thrive. The real question, how have you betrayed or abandoned yourself? And the declaration is, I am willing to know the truth. Okay, Aunt Nancy.
That's saying a whole lot. That's a whole mouthful. And to be able to determine how it is that you portrayed yourself, that's very thought-provoking. Because as you were saying it, I'm like, okay, so if I portrayed myself, that means that does it mean from the standpoint that others are portraying me because I allow myself to be portrayed? Am I allowing myself to be portrayed? I would like to think not, especially when you've gone through years of self-development and you've learned how to set boundaries. And in what way could I even? I'm sitting here like very in my thoughts, my thoughts are very provoked right now, trying to think, okay, in what way have I portrayed myself?
Right.
I can think of some ways that I portrayed myself in the past.
Good.
By allowing myself to be open and available to everybody at all the times and not doing the self-care myself.
Yeah.
That was a portrayal for me because I did not concentrate on self-care, putting myself first.
Okay.
And when you don't put yourself first, then you portray yourself to the point where you allow people to have easy access to you, to do whatever they want, ask for whatever they want. And then if you do and give them whatever they want or do whatever they want, then you put yourself on the back burner. And to me, that's betrayal. And so I can speak from the past that I did portray myself and not putting myself first. But now I don't do that anymore. That's why
I was wondering, do you find that you do not get betrayed by others as well? You know, you don't
that's
do it.
right, because I set boundaries now.
Right.
Perfect example. Today is a perfect example of that. Look at me, my background. I'm not at home. I'm in the
Right.
room. You know why I'm in a room right now?
No.
Because I demand peace.
Okay.
I left my home because it was not a peaceful place for me this week. For the last few weeks, it has not been a peaceful place. And I said, y'all gonna look up and I'm gonna be gone because I'm gonna have to take care of myself. I remember my mom did that one time. She picked up the phone and she called me and she said, I'm going on a sabbatical. And I'm turning off my phone for a whole week. Don't call me, don't mess with me or nothing. It's all about me. I left last night and I told my husband, I said, babe, do you mind me going? He said, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm so grateful for my husband because he always supports me in whatever I need. And he had been hearing me say, you know, if things don't calm down around here, I got to go.
Right.
Here I am. Look, I booked this room for a week, and so far, I'm only going to be here to Friday. But the fire that's kindled, if it don't die down, I might be here a month. I'm taking care of me. So that's a perfect example of portraying yourself. I no longer allow myself to be portrayed. If I need peace, if I need love, if I need safety, if I need to be able to, if I need whatever it is that I need, I'm gonna make sure I get it for me.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm giving you 5, girl. I'm giving you 5.
Self-care.
Way to go, Stacy. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
As you were reading the card, Deitra, I was thinking, I said, yeah, how have I been betraying myself? So I have to touch and agree with Stacy about not taking care of myself. That's one. And second, not having a budget and having things happen, and then you're in a panic mode. And so when things started happening here, I did not go into a panic mode. And so yesterday was a day, and my daughter went into a panic mode, and I looked at her, I said, if you don't calm the hell down, because that's not helping. That is not helping. And so when she finally calmed down, then things start working out. I said, look at Spirit working it out because of the stance that you take. On not letting it, so I said, we will not be in this situation again because we are going to be on a budget. We're going to, look at everything we spend, and I'm going to generate more income. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but I really want to get my classes, my make and take classes, documented and organized so that when someone asks, I'm ready to pull something and go.
Yes.
So yeah, I get it. Yeah, betrayal. We're betraying ourselves when we don't take care of ourselves, and when we don't take care of our business to take care of ourselves in the future.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah,
got
because it opens up a door. When we don't take care of ourselves, it opens up a door for others to see that there's something going on, that I can come in and betray you and do whatever I need to do with you. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. That's something.
Woo!
Thank you
Powerful
for sharing.
start to the day.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
sharing that.
Yeah, you can betray yourself in love, you know, where love of like I'm in love, that type of love, or your children and just letting them run all over you, and betraying yourself in relation to your business, not doing what you know to do, but just settling for stuff. That's a betrayal. And the betrayal is when you know that's not what you want, that's not what's best for you, and you do it anyway. Or you don't do what you know you need to do. You betray yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Mm.
And so when you said that part about the kids, it brought up another issue, respect. You betray yourself when you don't demand respect.
Mm.
Respect, some people say it has to be earned, but sometimes you have to demand it. And then when you demand it, it will be earned, because people need to respect each other.
Right.
And if I can't get respect, it's very difficult for me to be in a relationship with someone, whether it be brother, father, sister, kids, whatever, when there's no respect there. When they don't honor you as a person, then they don't honor you as your voice. When they don't hear you, when not just hear you, when they're not listening to you. When you say, I need respect, even if it's something like, okay, you guys got chores, y'all need to clean this house up. And y'all clean the house up when y'all get ready to, or when I shut off the internet. Oh, then they come out like roaches at night. What happened? What happened? What happened? So then the man, if I hit the button and cut off the internet, then all of a sudden everything that I wanted done gets done, because they want the internet back on. But how about I cut the internet off for a month? A whole month.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I don't know what happened. They might just die. But respect. I'm glad you mentioned that with the kids, because you have to demand respect from your children, because you can't let them walk over you and think that you're just a floor mat and they can get and do whatever they want, get whatever out of you, whatever. So now, you know, it's I'm demanding respect right now, because I'm just gonna be transparent. That's why I'm here in this room, because I'm demanding respect, because that's one of the things that I portrayed myself in. So now it's demand respect week. And
Wonderful, wonderful.
So serious. I'm demanding it.
Because I think setting boundaries is respecting yourself. You know, that's you know, really looking out for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so when we don't set boundaries, like I said, that's an open door for people to betray us and do other things. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't negate my responsibility as a mother, grandmother, because I adopted 3 grandchildren. And they live with me. All of my children are grown, but I have 3 grandchildren that live with me that I'm demanding respect from.
Yes.
And so it doesn't negate my responsibility of feeding them, clothing them, and putting a roof over their head. They still have all of that, but they have it. They have it from this week at least. Well, they really not missing nothing. But come Friday is grocery shopping week. And so now I used to give them $50 a week to buy whatever they want, except the essentials like milk, eggs, cheese, and stuff like that. I buy all that and the fruits and vegetables. Anything else they want for the week, they got. They don't know how good they got it.
They sure don't.
But
Wow.
yeah, what kid get a chance to get $50 a week to buy whatever they want? I do demand that they do get some healthy stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
Most of the time they don't. And so I'm trying to teach them a lesson. I'm trying to teach them how to be responsible. I'm trying to teach them how to grocery shop and different stuff like that and be mindful
that's
of how
nice.
far $50 goes.
How old
You
are
know,
they?
13, 16, and 17.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So you're not trying, Stacy. You are going to. You are.
Oh, so yeah, I'm actually doing it.
Yeah, you
Yes,
are.
you're
Right.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Evan. I gotta get that trying out of my vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
But I'm actually doing it. I am. And so this week is a trial period. Like I said, I'm only gonna be here till Friday, but I think I'm gonna take another whole week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in that whole week, when Friday shopping coming, I'm here and they be like, we're gonna do the Instagram. Yeah, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it from afar off.
I'm gonna have to get you the song. But today it's about me.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard that song, but it's all about, you know, I did all this, I've done all these things for you, and I'm doing this and that, and but you know what? Today it's about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
So when they hear you playing it, when they
About me.
they say,
yeah, run that
"Oh,
song my
Lord."
way. Listen, run that song my way, because then I will copy it and paste it and send it to all their phones.
Yeah,
And every day I'm gone, I'm gonna play it. Because this is what I know for sure. They don't need nothing.
Right.
It's gonna be all about what they want that they ain't getting. And I love them still.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So if nobody else has anything else to say about that portrayal piece, we can move into our topic.
Star does.
I'll go ahead, Star.
Yeah, I thought that God betrayed me twice.
Oh.
When all that God was doing, because God knew I was in pain from something that I was holding on to and didn't know it.
Okay.
So God is doing what he needs to do to heal me. However, I'm upset because it doesn't look like I thought that it should look like. And me not even knowing that I was in pain or why, now I'm mad.
Right.
I just wanted to bring that aspect out, that particular aspect, that reason, because we get mad at God a lot because we don't get our way. And it's like the snake in the tree, where the father is telling the son to get away from the tree because the father sees the snake, but the child does not.
Does not.
And if the child does not do what the father says, then the child gets hurt. So I now know that is not what God was doing, that every time, both times, all he was doing was healing me. And I didn't know it, and I wasn't receiving it because I'm angry, because I'm upset, and because I don't know, or I don't listen when God is telling me things that I should know. So I just wanted to bring that aspect of.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Star. Thank you.
That's awesome.
We all, I mean, I can relate to that too.
Yeah.
You know, but now I'm learning to go with that the spirit, you know, follow my spirit instead of my mind and my thoughts, because they are running. Oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts, and I'm like, I gotta learn how to, well, I have learned to calm that down. So I just look for spirit, you know, what is spirit telling me to do, you know, and follow it. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything to share? How you doing, Miss Lily B?
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, beautiful people. How are you?
Oh, happy
Good.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys can hear me good. My phone, I'm using like two pieces to talk. I just wanted to check you guys out. Y'all was on my mind. So, hi, everybody. I love y'all.
Hello.
Hey, how's the baby doing?
Welcome.
She's doing wonderful, growing, learning, talking.
Oh,
You know,
good.
yep,
Yeah,
she's flourishing.
good. Thank you.
Running in the household.
Yes, yes.
Sharonda, how you doing, honey bun? Is she on here?
Yeah.
She might have walked away.
Either
Nice.
that on,
Maybe
on,
working.
Or she's at work.
At work.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
okay. So
Yeah. But you know, when in talking about betrayal and when we settle for stuff, we settle for love, you know, it's not the one we really love, you know, we settle for that, or we settle for whatever we get, that's betraying ourselves because we know what we really want. We
Right.
know what we really desire. We know what will bring us joy, but we settle. That's betrayal.
Yeah.
When you know it, when you don't know it and you just, okay, that's cool. That's all right. But when you know it and you don't speak up about it, or you don't show that that's really not what I desire. That's not what I said and stuff like that. Then we are betraying ourselves. We betray ourselves when, with our visions and our dreams, when we settle for less
Right.
than, and know that in our settling, it's going to take it longer to manifest.
Manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it will manifest into what we didn't really want that. That's not really what I wanted. I didn't see it like that. I saw it like this, but you saw it like that all along. And you kept betraying yourself when the opportunities came for you to go in that direction.
Yeah.
That's betrayal because we know it. When we know it, if you don't know, you can't betray yourself. But when you know, that's betrayal because that's a choice.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
you're making a choice, you know, so we will not betray ourselves anymore, queens, right?
Right.
No more betrayal.
No more betrayal.
Because
Stops today.
it's about me.
That's right. Get to send me that song now.
I'm telling you, that song is so befitting for life, you know, in
Yeah.
every moment. But today it's about me.
Right.
You know, the next one she goes shopping and she ain't spent money on herself. You know, it's $1,000. Should I not spree? You know what? Hold on, let me get my money. Cause today it's about me. It's about
Right.
me. So
Right.
yeah, no more betrayal, sisters. We going after it.
Right. We're
We're
going
going
after it.
after it. Whatever
thank
the
you,
it
Karen.
is, whatever the it is, right?
Right.
Right.
I'm complete.
Okay. Thank you, Queen. But yeah, and it's okay. You know, sometimes we gotta be okay with thinking of ourselves. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes we say, I'm being selfish. No.
Mhm.
You know, we gotta learn how to, you know, just see that differently. You know,
Yeah.
that
The Bible says that the Bible says that to love your neighbor as yourself.
self. That's true.
So if you don't love yourself, you can't love your neighbor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
God say take care of yourself first, then you can go out and take care of the world.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point. Great point.
Yeah, and that very scripture, I said, I don't know, Lord, because some people I don't like how they love themselves.
Right.
And they're gonna love me like they love themselves. Oh,
Mhm.
well, I'll pass, you
So
know.
then we just love by example, you know.
Exactly,
Mhm.
yeah,
By
yeah,
example.
yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into our topic for today. And our topic is intermittent fasting.
Mhm.
And I know that if I don't know how many are on Christians or whatever, but I know that a lot of people know about fasting. And I learned about fasting when I was early age when I was in church. We used to go on 3-day fast. And
Yes.
the last 3-day fast I went on was the last 3-day fast I was going to ever go on.
Oh,
Because,
really?
yes, from this standpoint, because the knowledge wasn't there. And
Right.
I have the knowledge now, but I would definitely have to work up to that. But that was for the spiritual side. And so I learned that the Bible says these things come out not but by fasting and prayer. So there's some things that you have to go into prayer and fast about and put things aside and concentrate on that to break some yokes and different stuff like that. So that's why it was taught in the church. We're going to pray for Sister So-and-so's healing. We're going to pray that they get a blessing of money because they need it. We're going to pray that God rains down and saves souls. We had specific goals that we prayed for.
Mhm.
But here in an intermittent fasting is just a little bit different from that, but the same in the context of fasting offers some health benefits.
Yes, it
So
does.
it offers in the health benefits, what you get from the health benefits is physical and mental health. It helps you in that way. And so there's numerous ways that intermittent fasting can help us. And I'm going to allow Deitra in a second to go ahead and start talking about it, because me and her both have been fasting. She said she's been fasting for about a year. Is that right, Deitra?
2 years, really intermittent fasting. I've
Yeah.
been fasting for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Because we do it, me and my husband and I do 3-day fasts every month. We take a weekend or whatever and do it. We went on one right before we came here to Missouri too. So I just got off that 3-day fast. So you know what? When you start doing it and you keep doing it, you get used to it. The body adjusts. It really does. Like intermittent fasting, when I first started that, I had to determine what hours I was going to do it. And like they say, intermittent fasting is best to go overnight because you're not eating anyway. So it's a lot of hours. You get 8 hours, if maybe 8 hours of no eating. And then I normally start eating like about 11 in the morning. So that pushes me over a little bit more. But I try to stretch it even longer if I can. So, but normally about that time, my body is like, okay, we eating a day or not? I get a question, But yeah, but I've been doing that. I mean, initially it started off kind of tough. I felt, the headaches came, the stomach rumblings, but now I don't feel anything. Like now, I don't have a desire for anything. Maybe some water or something, but food, I don't need it. I don't even desire it. Yeah, but health wise, I think it really gives the body time to, especially the stomach and all that, time to work on other stuff. It's not trying to digest food or anything. It's working on my cells or what have you. So I really appreciate that. And on a spiritual side, you know what? It really allows me to go deeper in my meditation because I'm not thinking about food, so I'm able to meditate and appreciate, just being me, just that meanness, without any hindrance of digestion, my food. I gotta go to the bathroom. I do this. You know, I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff come with eating. You know. Yeah. So no. So intermittent fasting, like I said, when you find out what hours are you gonna be 16 hours off, 8 hours on, or however you want to do it. But normally you map that out, as you go along. It doesn't change. For me, it's at a steady thing. Every day is the same. But initially you have to map it out,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I myself, last Monday, I started doing.
Dana Scott, FaceTime video.
Sorry about that. Last week I started, let me put it on mute. 16-hour fast. And I've gone up to 18 hours sometimes. And I did use this app called Fastic. And this app it educates you on what fasting is for. And it gives you some idea of, okay, so you're just not fasting to be fasting, but just some benefits that you're going to get from fasting. And last year I did fasting, and I was doing it on a regular basis, at least 5 days a week. So I really want to do like a 30-day, 16-hour and graduate to 18 hours. Then I want to graduate to 24 hours and just have the one meal a day, because your body appreciates that. And one of the benefits that you can get from fasting is weight loss. Fasting helps you reduce your calorie intake because you're not eating as much. And then it promotes the fat burning process, because if you're not eating stuff and especially stuff that you're not supposed to, fasting is designed for you to concentrate on getting nutrients in your body, because the fasting process is doing something to your body that's allowing your body to become to a healthier state. So it promotes the fat burning and adds in the weight loss. And another one of the things that it helps with someone who has diabetes, it also improves insulin sensitivity. Yeah. If you have diabetes, you have insulin resistance. And so you want to make sure that you have that sensitivity part in place, because the sensitivity part is going to allow your pancreas to start working better again, to to produce the insulin that it needs to produce to keep your glucose levels in check. So it enhances insulin sensitivity by reducing the risk for type 2 diabetes. And then the cellular repair is very important. Now, I sell the LifeWave patches, which increases your stem cells and allows your body to heal itself. But a lot of people don't know that fasting heals yourself because it allows your cells to repair. It's this topic. It's called autophagy. And then it's like your cells are engulfing whatever's not good and taking it away from your body. And it initiates autophagy, the process of removing damaged cells and regenerating new cells. How awesome is that?
That's very awesome.
Yeah, you're getting rid of these damaged cells, and you're getting new cells. You're regenerating new cells, which helps in preventing diseases. So if we want to stay healthy and prevent diseases, fasting is a great way to do that, to get rid of all of those old cells. And I think some people may call that detoxing. Your body is actually detoxing itself by not giving your stomach all of that stuff it has to do. And not only just your stomach, because we don't realize that from the time we stick something in our mouth, the enzymes in our mouth break the food down in the chewing. Yeah. And then when it goes down your esophagus has a whole new set of enzymes that are totally different than the enzymes that are in your mouth. That's breaking it down as it's going down your esophagus. And then when it gets into your stomach works along with your gallbladder to produce gall to mix in with that food, and your stomach is breaking it down and breaking it down and breaking it down.
A lot of work.
Yeah. And so then when it leaves the stomach and goes into the small intestines, your small intestines has these little pockets in there, little holes that we're not aware that it's called diffusion. And when it gets into your stomach, it takes everything that you ate from the mouth and that all that stuff and got it down into a smaller form. And then it extracts the nutrients from the food that you ate. And then it takes it into the bloodstream. It goes into the bloodstream, into every organ in your body.
Right.
And so fasting designed, like I say, to eat healthy foods while you're fasting. And it's great after you fast, to break your fast with something healthy that your body is going to appreciate, assimilate, put into your small intestines, take it to your cells by way of diffusion through your bloodstream so that your body gets the nutrients that it needs.
Yes.
And so we fast on stuff that is not good for our bodies. When it gets down to those small intestines, guess what? The body don't know what to do with it.
Right.
What do I do with this? Oh, I know what to do with it. I'm going to cause some kind of disease.
Right.
Because processed foods, that's what it does. It causes disease. And so when you don't fast properly, that's another thing that happens. And another thing that happens is a lot of us have a lot of ailments that are causing us a lot of pain because of inflammation.
Right.
And fasting reduces inflammation. It decreases inflammation markers. And there is a marker that you can determine, or the doctor, or a test that they can determine if you have inflammation in your body, and it's called a C-reactive protein. The CRP test that they can take to tell you how much in your body is inflamed. And so when you fast to reduce the inflammation, it decreases inflammation markers, potentially lowering the risk of chronic disease. Because if you think about disease, most disease comes about because of inflammation in the body.
Yeah. And
we want to keep that inflammation down. Oh, and then, oh my gosh, this is a great one. This is one I learned about when I was doing the LifeWave. I'm still doing the LifeWave patches, but brain health. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Talking about getting rid of fogginess and feeling like you can't think and can't find the words to say. Oh my gosh. Fasting boosts the brain function by promoting neuroplasticity. And when you promote neuroplasticity, it reduces the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. A lot of people that have neurodegenerative diseases, fasting can help with that. You know,
wonderful. Well said, Stacy. Well said.
Well said. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So mental clarity and focus. Like you were saying, Deitra, when you fast in the church, and like I was saying, when you fast and pray in the church, the mental clarity and the focus is there because you got something, a goal in mind why you fasted.
Yes.
Intermittent should be no different. Why are we intermittently fasting? Because we want to take care of our body. It enhances your cognitive function, and it also gives you mental clarity by increasing the production of brain-deprived neurotropic factor. So your brain is deprived, and a lot of people don't think of the brain as being something that is very important. They think that, okay, the brain is separate from the body. No, it's not. And then there's a new thing out there that says that, you know, not just type 2 diabetes. When we talk about Alzheimer's and dementia, that's called diabetes type 3 now.
That's right. It sure is.
And so your brain is not getting fed, just like those little holes in your intestine that feeds and gives the nutrients to the rest of your body. It's going to the brain too. And so when you find yourself can't think and your focus is off and you feel like you're all over the place and you forgetting stuff like that, think about taking some time out to do some intermittent fasting so that you can increase your mental clarity and your focus. And then another thing, and another one is, oh my gosh, hormone regulation. Now, you know, when your hormones is out of whack, things happen.
That's right.
Yeah, things happen. So for me, you know, with men and women, we have progesterone and we have testosterone. I don't believe men have, what's the other one?
Estrogen.
Estrogen. They might. I think they do. That's why some people
sure they do.
men have men boobs. But anyway, that's not funny. But anyway, estrogen, okay, I look at it like this, and God formed man from the dust of the ground, and he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Then he took the rib out and he made woman. So you got man and you got woman. One is no different than the other. He came from the same source. So we have these hormones in our body that is supposed to make our bodies run healthy when we're producing kids, you know, when we're starting to ovulate, or when the man has the man has what they call a PSA, a prostate stimulating hormone, which helps them win their body. So all of these hormones is very, very important. And when you fast, your hormones gets balanced. And that includes your growth hormone. This is very important. Like for kids, you know, when they're first born, they sleep a whole lot.
Yeah.
And that the sleeping process is when the healing is starting. So if you get proper sleep along with fasting, that's also going to enhance your fasting as well. So you get your hormones balanced, including the growth hormone, and it aids in muscle growth and metabolism. And I learned that this week with the muscle growth and metabolism. The best time to start lifting weights and building muscle is while you're fasting. And then if you're building muscle while you're fasting, that muscle in itself is going to replace the fat. And then you build muscle, not only just replacing the fat, it's going to burn fat, take up less space, and then it's going to cause you to lose weight. And then, especially as we get older, we need that muscle mass to keep us healthy. If we don't have that muscle mass, it's hard to get up out of the chair. You know, it's hard to do different things because we lose muscle faster after we turn 50. So anybody that's over 50, concentrate on doing muscle exercise, lifting weights, or doing weight resistance exercises to maintain that muscle tone. And if you're trying to lose weight, fast and do that together, and you will see results. But it takes time, and it takes effort, and you can't give up on it. So there's benefits, you know, to all of this. So anybody want to say something? Huh?
I said good talk. That's right.
Yeah.
And I want to share, you know, you mentioned about what happens when you get rest and everything too. I remember my sons were young. I would always tell them that they grow while they sleep. So that would put them to bed. You know, I'm like, don't y'all want to be tall like your daddy? I said, and they was like, yeah. I was like, well, go to sleep. That's when it's gonna happen. You know, so that was a running thing for us. You know, sleep. You know, getting some rest.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that over the summer with my grandkids. By the time they get out of school and the time they go back to school, when the kids see them, like, you got tall, dang, you got big. You know what I'm saying? I noticed my grandkids over the summertime when they're at home eating more and sleeping more because it's not as much to do.
Right.
That growth spurt kicks in. And when I look up in September, I'm like now I'm like looking up to my grandson. I'm like, dude, you're only 13 years old.
Right.
And he's tall as I am now. I know he's gonna be taller than I am. But that growth hormone is there. And as we get older, the growth hormone is less active. So we need to put it back active again by giving our body the love that it deserves, and to, like you say, not what were we talking about early? Don't what the card said.
Okay, yeah.
Neglecting ourselves, not neglecting, but betrayal. Yeah.
Betrayal.
Let's not portray our bodies, because guess what? When we portray our bodies, what does our bodies do in return?
Betray us.
Betray us.
To pray. Yeah. So Fasting is a good topic for the day, and it goes really, really good along with that betrayal card that we have, because we don't want to betray our bodies. Because our body has a way of letting us know, yeah, you ain't doing the right thing.
Right, exactly.
Have you gone like and ate so clean for like a week or two or something like that, a month, and then all of a sudden, I've been eating potato chips. I was doing good, and you eat those potato chips and you get sick.
Your body feel it.
Yes, my body says to me, if it could talk, what the heck did you just give me?
Exactly, right.
Now, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
I'll tell you what I'll do with it. Eat it again. I'll show you what
I show you.
Yeah, because I was a potato chip eater. I didn't care what was on it, what barbecue, sour cream and onion, cheddar. I didn't care what was on it.
Right.
I wanted a potato chip. And it took me a long time to get off of that potato chip kick. And so when you kick a habit, try your best not to go back to it again.
Exactly.
Because
it's amazing how sometimes it tastes nasty. You know, it's like, it tastes like paper. You know, I'm like, I don't want no chips. So it changed.
You can taste all the chemicals that's in it.
Right.
Because this is what my thought process was with potato chips. It's potatoes. How bad could that be?
Of course.
But then when you add on the hydrolyzed oil that they use to fry it in, and the temperature, how it degrades it, and you put it into that chip, and then you add salt to it, your body does not know what to do with it, because the oil has been rancid in it.
Right.
And it has mixed in with the potato, and now the potato is no longer healthy like it should be.
Exactly.
So you might as well just eat the potato, you know?
Right.
And I've learned, I tried that before too. I ate a potato, no salt or nothing. It was hot and it was steaming, and I cut it down the middle and I busted it open and I started eating it. And I'm like, this is what a real potato tastes like, just by itself. And I think that when we learn how to eat things in its natural state by itself, and chew it and enjoy it and savor it and think about it, what it's going to do to your body, we can learn to appreciate the flavor of it. And then over time, our taste buds will change.
Yes, that's true. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I speak from experience.
Yeah.
Anyone else care to share about?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What is the difference between intermittent fasting and just fasting?
Intermittent fasting. Go ahead, Stacy.
No, you can take this one if you want.
Yeah, intermittent fasting is actually fasting at certain times. Like you'll fast for 18 hours and you'll eat for 6. But if you do just fasting, you have a type of fast. Like you can have a water fast, a juice fast, but you'll do it all day, or you can go ahead, Stacy, if you want to care to share some more on that.
Yeah, so when you intermittent fast, like she was saying, it's a predetermined time for a predetermined reason. You're fasting for health and wellness and mental clarity and focus and hormones, all the things that I talked about. That's why you're fasting. It's not any difference from fasting the other way, but the focus is, we're praying for healing, we're praying for deliverance, we're praying for souls to be saved, we're praying for this. This right here is intentional, and we know what it does for us. So we understand that if we do different fasts, that it's going to do different things. Like for instance, you can do a 16-hour fast or 18-hour fast, and most of them, it does the same thing. It's just slightly longer. The longer you fast, say you want to start off with 16 hours because you've never done 16 hours, and then you graduate to 18 hours. The reason why we're gradually going up from 16 hours to 18 hours to 24 hours is because we're intensifying the effects. The longer you fast, the more benefits you get quicker. And so you want to do this get the benefits quicker because it increases the autophagy. It enhances more fat burning stuff. It enhances more mental clarity and stuff like that. It does it more. And the 24-hour fast, oh my gosh, that's really, really good because guess what you're doing to your body? Your body is saying, give me a break. You know, and I wear, I don't have it on today because it went off. I wear a continuous glucose monitor because I wanted to see everything that I ate and what it did to my body and if it spiked my sugars or not. When I ate potato chips or when I eat noodles, my sugar spikes. And you can see the spike because it's real and it points, got a real narrow point on it. But when you're eating food that you're supposed to eat, your blood sugars goes like this. It's like little small hills. But if you're eating constantly all day long, you got small hills going like this. But if you stop eating, you got a little small hill, and then you got this straight line. Your body is not doing nothing but resting. Yes. And you can see it on the continuous glucose monitor. And your body is saying, thank you, give me a break. You know, because if you're constantly giving your body food, you're constantly telling your throat, your mouth, your esophagus, your stomach, go to work, go to work, go to work.
And it will work.
And yeah. And so you want to, when you're going to on a fast, you want to think about the nutrient part of it and how much nutrients can you extract from your food. So the best thing for you to do is when you're eating, be very mindful of your eating. Say you're eating a cucumber because it's crunchy and it's raw. You know you're gonna be crunching.
Right.
And it's gonna take you some time to break it down. So what you want to do is you want to break it down as much as you possibly can. Chew 25 times until it's mush in your mouth. And then swallow it. Why? Because you're giving your body some time to do less work. When it goes down your esophagus, it's gonna go so smooth. When it get into your stomach and be like, oh, thank you, I ain't got that much work to do. When it gets into the small intestines, it's already broke down enough. It ain't got to do anything else. Now, guess what? When you eat stuff and it don't know what to do with it, it sits in your small intestines for a long time. And anytime food sits in your small intestines or large intestines for a small time, because it had no nutrients to it and it couldn't deliver it anywhere, it sits in your colon and it causes disease because it becomes toxic, toxins in your colon, sitting there waiting to get out, and it takes it longer to get out. And then when it takes it longer to get out, that's how disease is formed in your body. Because you can't, you're supposed to have every time you eat, you're supposed to have a bowel movement, really, for real. But just think about you eating, you ain't had a bowel movement in 3 days.
Right.
You're gonna be foggy in the brain, you're gonna be mad, everything is gonna be messed up, and you're not gonna feel good, you're gonna be bloated, inflamed, and the whole 9 yards. So let's just give our body what it's asking for, the nutrients that it needs to keep us healthy.
That's true. And one thing I found out about fasting is that when we fast, if we need something, the body goes to our fat stores and gets stuff from our fat. You know, it feeds on that. So that's why when you can lose weight when fasting too, because when the body needs some kind of nutrients or some kind of food from some other source, it'll feed on the fat. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing because some people don't realize that fat sits as energy. Back in the old days when people, they call them food gatherers, they used to have to go out and hunt for their food, and they didn't get enough food. So whenever they got food and they ate the food, they had to eat enough to store in their bodies, and then they had fat on their bodies. And then at times of famine where they couldn't find food, then the body, from them walking around and doing all this work to trying to find food, they had muscle, and that muscle kind of took the place of it. And those fat stores, which is called energy, anything you stick in your mouth has some kind of energy. It's going to be good energy or bad energy. So when they kicked into them fat stores, it started taking the energy from the fat stores. And that's what kept them healthy through the winter, because they had enough fat on their bodies to keep them healthy. But it withdrew from the fat stores. And when it withdrew from the fat stores, their body became to a much healthier state until they were able to get out and get more food. So it's really, really a good topic to actually get into it yourself and study it and see what intermittent fasting or fasting in general, what it does to the body and how it can benefit you and how well you're going to feel after you do it.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Joy, did you have your hand up? Oh.
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to add to it that, the body is a remarkable instrument. I guess I could call it that.
Yes,
it has the ability to heal itself if
Yes.
we give it the right, proper foods. But it's so unfortunate the foods we eat are not nourishing our bodies. And the nourishment is so important. And it's getting worse out here. It's definitely getting worse. But if you feed your body the right combinations of foods, your body will work tremendously. I mean, tremendous. But we just overeat. Society enforces us to overeat, to always eat, and we don't need that much. One meal a day is really good. It's really beneficial.
Really good. I've been doing it for 5 years.
Wow. Yeah, one meal of really good nutrition is good for you. It'll change your life.
And I learned that through my grandson. He wouldn't hardly ever eat anything. And I told the doctor he won't eat. The doctor told me, don't worry about it. He'll eat when he gets hungry. And so we need to listen to our hunger hormones, because there's a hunger hormone, ghrelin or something, leptin or something, whatever it is. But there's a hormone that tells you when you're hungry, and you can listen to that hormone. And sometimes if we just drink water, we think we're hungry, we might just be thirsty. Exactly. If we just drink water, or, just eat when our body says we're hungry, we wouldn't even have a society that's obese, overweight, overfed and stuff like that. We would just be healthy human beings like God designed us to be in the garden. They ate from the fruits of the trees, and they didn't even eat animals then. So we won't get into that topic, but they ate everything that they needed was there in that garden to sustain them for what? For her, until they messed it up for us.
Right. Well, we are almost on the hour.
Yes.
So if there are any comments or anything someone wants to share.
I just want to say that I have noticed that if you drink a lot of water, it will fill you up.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely will.
And I do that like from the time I wake up, I want to drink water first. And I try to get at least 64 ounces of water in before I eat anything. And water flushes out and it moves things forward and gets things out. And so water is miraculous. Our body needs it.
Yes, it does. And also it has to be good water, because they got bad water out here too.
Yes.
They do have bad. I mean, it's
in abundance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
There's some alkaline water.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, thank you all for presenting yourself and sharing what you could, and it's been great conversation, Stacy. Thank you for bringing it before us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good job, Queens. Good job.
My pleasure.
Yes. Okay. You gonna take us out, Star? Or
I want Stacy to take us out.
All right, I'm gonna take us out. Okay. So let us give ourselves a big hug. Tell ourselves how much we're gonna take care of our bodies, how much we're gonna love on ourselves, how much we're not gonna neglect ourselves, and how much we're gonna be an example to everybody else and how it's done. And then we're gonna take that and we're gonna hug the world with it and say, hey, here I am, here I am, here I am. We're gonna sprinkle that love to them as well. And you guys have a great day.
And we're going to stop betraying ourselves.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's right. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Enjoy yourself on purpose.
Okay. Okay.